Hello folks, this is Aitananja from InspiredWise.com and today we are going to talk about the Realme 5i smartphone. Let's just unbox it and I'll show you what all do you get inside the box and what all does come up with this smartphone. So this is the official box for this one. At the back there's the SAR value etc written for this one, and you get the quick start guide, warranty card etc. And inside you get the smartphone. We had this awesome green color for this one which has a nice gradient pattern, and inside you also get the charger for this one, which is a normal 5 volt 2 ampere charger along with a micro USB cable. And sadly there are no earphones present inside the box for the Realme 5i. It weighs around 195 grams, is 9.3 millimeters thick, has a splash resistant body and has a plastic back and plastic frame. The front is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. At the back you can see there's the quad camera setup which protrudes out a lot. There's a fingerprint sensor as well. On the right hand side there's a power button for this one, and if you look at the camera sensor, it's really going out of the body. At the bottom there's the 3.5mm jack, the micro USB port along with the speaker grill and the microphone hole. And apart from that, on the left hand side you get the volume rocker. The buttons are separated, and you also get the SIM tray slot for this one, which houses a dedicated micro SD card slot which supports up to 256 GB of storage expansion. If we talk about the display on this one, it comes with a 6.52 inch 720p HD plus display and has Corning Gorilla Glass protection. If we talk about the specs on the inside, it comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor, and it comes with 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, and out of that we got around 49 GB free. Has almost every sensor required for a great smartphone experience, supports USB OTG, has a 5000 mAh battery and supports up to 10 watt battery charging, so charging would be really slow. If we talk about the basic essentials, it supports level 3 cam to API, so Gcam would run perfectly fine on this one. The fingerprint sensor and face unlock are really fast, so that's not going to be an issue at all. And if I talk about the sound quality, it was acceptable but not really that loud to be okay for loud noisy environments. Talking about the benchmarks, this smartphone had a okay read-write speed. The storage maximum read-write speed went up to 300 megabytes per second, and the Antutu benchmark score was also decent. The Snapdragon 665 is an okay performing chipset. It's not really top of the line or really that fast. Even when it comes to gaming, I was able to play something like Call of Duty on low settings. There was no stutter whatsoever, but still I would say that the high frame rate options or really advanced extreme options, they were nowhere to be found while playing any of these games. And that's why I guess if you're somebody who's going to game for a really long period of time, I would suggest go for something else. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was perfectly playable on the smartphone with maximum possible settings, so that was not an issue. Something like PUBG was only playable on smooth and high settings. There was no extreme frame rate option there, and even HD frame rate options were not present here, so that was something of an issue. And if you're somebody who needs really high level graphics or frame rates in your games, then most probably this smartphone is not meant for you. But the good thing was that the Snapdragon 665 is something which is power efficient and also dissipates heat very easily, so the smartphone did not heat up that much even after intense long hours of gaming. And now let's talk about the software on this one. It comes with ColorOS right now, but the Realme guys are saying that they would update it with stock Android based Realme OS, which would look and feel really better compared to this particular OS experience which is present on this smartphone right now, and I am really looking forward to that. If we talk about the camera on this one, it comes with a 12MP main sensor, 8MP ultra wide sensor, a 2 megapixel macro camera sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The front camera on this one is an 8 megapixel sensor. There are a lot of camera modes as well. You get slow motion, time-lapse mode, nightscape mode, and all of these modes enable you to capture a lot of different shots. But one thing that I really disliked about this camera was the fact that the chroma boost on Realme devices, it really pushes off the colors. The actual natural colors were nowhere to be seen in most of these images, which had really high saturation. The back camera shoots up to 4K videos with EIS, gyro based EIS, and the front camera also shoots 1080p videos, but the front camera videos had no EIS and they looked slightly washed out compared to the back camera videos. The ultra wide camera also supports 1080p video shooting, which comes with support for gyro based EIS, so that one also looked really good. If I talk about the cons, it comes with a lot of pre-bundled bloatware. though it can be uninstalled, and the legibility of the screen in really bright sunlight conditions was not that good. If I talk about the battery life, that's really good. It comes with a 5000 mAh battery, which is really class leading, and the slow charging is the only thing which is bad about the battery. It would be available for a price of 8999 rupees for the 4GB 64GB variant and all of these launch offers. And I think at this price the only real competition that it faces is against something like the Vivo U10, Vivo U20, Redmi Note 8, and at the end of the day it all comes down to your choice, what kind of smartphone and software experience that you are looking for. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and do subscribe to inspire to rise more awesome tech videos like this one. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.